I know, I know. Know just enough to get myself killed. Well, let me show you what really happened here. Let me get over here to it. It's pretty thick back here. We call this place Fangorn Forest. Make sense? All right, let's look at what really happened on the stump here. So as you probably saw in the video, this thing was a very hard leaner. So my thought was I was going to do a plunge cut. I set up my DAP, wedge, face cut, whatever the heck you're supposed to call it, I don't know. And you can see how off I am. Look how awful that is. Well, what happened was I started cutting it. I wanted to do a plunge cut like that and then go all the way back out the back side, let it fall, because it was a heavy leaner. But I got right there and my bar got pinched. The tree sat on it. So I actually went and got the Craftsman S1600, and then I just came in and cut it from the back side until it broke loose. But we got it down. It was scary, I won't deny it. But as soon as it started to go, I ran, hid behind these trees, and no damage to either of the saws, or at least I don't think so. I actually haven't tried to move the jackal, it's just been sitting there. Yep, it was balanced perfect, just sitting right in there. Look at that, now it won't balance. It was perfectly stuck right there. Look at that awful, 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 awful cut. Oh man, I'm bad at this. But, I mean, it's down, it's on the ground. Y'all make fun of me all you want, I don't care. Let's go for it, you know. But now, I've been wanting this tree down for a long time because, well, it was ugly, misshapen, ugly leaner. So I wanted it gone. It's probably a good 15 inches at the base there. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it up into logs and pull them up, and then I'll have some test wood to cut on. I'll save cutting this up for tomorrow morning probably. Okay, you guys, you might be wondering why I'm not using the MS-170 to do this. Oh, it's because of two reasons. One, I hate that MS-170. And two, it doesn't have an air filter on it. So, and it's not easy to put an air filter on it. I cut up that intake or the air filter boot or whatever. So I don't want to run it much. And I really like this little Craftsman. See? a steel, it's a full chisel, but it's it's a safety chain. Yeah, I'm out of fuel. Son of a. Well, let's go fuel it up. All right, let's get in here with the tractor and see if we can't pull it out. Now, I'm definitely not so sure I'm going to be able to pull this one. This one's a lot bigger. The hill's a little bit steeper. We'll see how she goes. I'm closer to it this time, which means I'll get more lift on the log, and more lift on the log means more weight on the back of the tractor. Oh, can't go all the way around. Oh, here we go. and see how she goes. More weight on the back of the tractor means more traction. Oh, I was in high range. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, come on, baby. Oh! Ah! Thought I had it. My e-brake is weak, that's why I'm shutting off the tractor. All right. And I'm stopping right there because I want more traction. Let's see if that'll do it. Oh yeah. That was surprising. This is quite a steep hill. It's not that I didn't have enough power or thought that I wouldn't have enough power. I thought I wouldn't be able to get traction needed. But turns out I had plenty of, well, not plenty, but I had enough traction. Just good, right? 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 Yes. Yes, that's good. So there we are. Two nice, good test logs. I'll pull them out of the way. You know, get them off someplace out of the way. And let that bark fall off. Because right now they're dirty, being dragged through the dirt like that. So I'll let that bark fall off. Once that bark falls off, I can cut on as much as I want with race chains and the like. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Check you later. Okay guys, so I figured I would just end this little video by talking about my failing. And I have learned two critical things. Critical to failing, okay? And this is why, even though I suck at it, I don't get hurt, and I typically don't hurt anything, okay? Number one is you have to know your limitations, okay? If that tree was like that and it was, you know, leaning like that and it was much bigger, I would have never touched it. You know, I'm not good enough. That's it. If that tree had a risk of falling on something, I would have never touched it. I'm not good enough, right? It's just me out here. I'm doing things all by myself. And I'm not very good. Let's show off the KKG, Kane Custom Garage t-shirt. So anyways, so that's critical. Know your own limitations. I see stuff all the time on Facebook, just like the rest of us do, where a guy doesn't want to wait for pros to come, doesn't want to pay for pros to come, and it's a difficult job. It's a technical failing and things. And, well, they smash their house or their garage or something like that. So know your limitations, what you can and can't do. Number 2, always have an escape route and get the heck out of there. Don't stay at the stump and watch it go down. Because this one right here, especially because it didn't go right, and I had to come in there with the second chainsaw and whack it off, I was really scared that it was going to start falling and then come back at me. That's what I was afraid of, come back at me. So I ran sideways, right? So have your escape route and use them, get out of there as quickly as possible. However, all that being said, I am a complete and total novice, and I get better, but I still have issues. I think probably my number one issue is filming. It's good in hindsight to go back and look at it and see where you went wrong. But in the moment, I am changing in and out of different clothes for the 2 different characters. I am worried if my audio is working. I am worried that did I hit record on the camera? And that's a problem. It is a real problem, and I don't want to make light of it because I am taking this risk in doing this stuff. Excuse me. And I'm not very good at it anyways. And then the camera just adds another problem. Like if I had someone else running the camera and I wasn't changing out of costume and stuff like that, I would do better. I'm not saying I would be perfect. Not at all. Not even close. I mean, not even close. But I would be able to focus on what I'm actually doing, and I just need to slow down. And I put that saw in there crooked because it's extremely uneven ground. Without a chainsaw in your hand, it's hard to navigate that area right there where I was cutting. You can see whenever I cut my face cut, I'm up here, I'm way down on the bottom side. And then whenever I come around to the other side, I'm way up higher. So that ground was uneven in 2 different directions, side to side like that, and then front to back like that. So it was really a crooked cut. And, but I got out of there. I didn't think that it was too big of a job for me, and it wasn't. Nothing got hurt or anything like that. It just wasn't pretty. That's all it was. It just wasn't pretty. And I was hoping it would be nice and pretty, but it is what it is. But it's on the ground and up out of there now. I got it out, which I'm grateful for that. I really didn't think my tractor was going to have enough traction to pull it out. But it did. And anyways, on to the next thing. I was going to mention something. Oh, the little 170 is running good. I used it a little bit this morning just for cutting down some little sapling type stuff. And it fires up. It runs well. The little hesitation off of idle isn't anything. I mean, lots of saws have that. But it's running fine. And yeah, it's probably running... I mean, it's probably as fast as that Craftsman, and that Craftsman, I don't know. That's saying it definitely doesn't have the torque that the Craftsman has. And the Craftsman is 42 cc's. I've machined the cylinder and ported it, and this MS-170 has just been very, very lightly ported. So now it's not as powerful as that Craftsman. What am I thinking? But I mean it runs like the Craftsman did whenever it was stock, I would say that the 170 is currently, in its current condition right now, it is probably running very similar to a stock 40cc saw. You know, which, considering it's only 30 cc's, that's not bad. Anyways, but yeah, it's a piece. And I hope to never touch another 170 again in my life. I mean, as far as working on it, I mean, you know, if I like found one for $20 that needed new fuel lines, yeah, I might do that and then turn it around and sell it, because people still pay stupid prices for those. You can buy one brand new for less than $200 and then turn around and put it on Facebook and try and sell it for $225. Here in Atlanta, anyways, that's the way it goes. It's stupid. But yeah, they're crap little saws, but only whenever you try and modify them. I got to be fair. If you don't modify them, I mean, you know, do a muffler mod, that's fine. You know, they do fire up and run. They do. And they last a considerable amount for a junky little saw. But I keep looking at that and I'm like, so does a Poulan Pro 4620 or 295. Or heck, the Wild Thing, not so much. But my Wild Thing still fires right up. Even though I've ran nitrous on it now several times, that thing runs perfect. So all of the complaints about the Wild Things, I guess it's hard to get them sorted if you get them in a trash condition. But once you get them sorted out, they're fine. And they're very similar to the Craftsman that I'm running in this video. I just enjoy it, you know. I mean, not everything has to be balls to the wall, 70 plus cc's, you know. If it's a little job, use a little saw. You will be less tired. All right, later.